Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Saf and I help you expand your self-awareness. So in this video I'm going to share with you first out of three stages of spiritual awakening, and there are various phases to it. So just to simplify, we will look at three stages of spiritual awakening, and the first stage is also referred to as taking the red pill, or accepting the truth, or swallowing the bitter truths of life, and how it may change your perceptions, how it may uh, make you go through things that you never gone through before. This phase is also called dark night of the soul, which is also facing your shadow aspects of yourself and the things that you have never known about yourself, which has been suppressed down the unconscious parts of yourself. So one thing we have to understand is 2020 is a year of massive spiritual awakening for a lot of people, and a lot of people will go through the symptoms. So I thought I'll make a video and share my understanding and how I dealt with it and what you can expect in future. So regardless of all the pandemic and all the chaos and all the self-isolation are happening on the planet, there is a brighter side that is happening below the surface and behind the scenes that is really important to acknowledge and understand. At this stage, when you take a red pill and you start to become more aware of the real truths about the world and how you've been living your whole life, and how you have been blue pill conditioned your whole life, and the things that you thought that will make you happy, like luxuries, consumerism, materialism, and all the material items will no longer be relevant at this point, and things will start to break down, things will start to rupture. You will start to reprioritize your life and rethink life. There is an important quote that we need to understand at this point, which is from the red pill philosophy. Truth will set you free, but it doesn't make the truth hurt any less, nor does it make the truth any prettier, and it certainly does not absolve you of the responsibilities that the truth requires of you. Now, the first thing you will experience is anger and frustration. Now, it will be difficult for you to process what has happened and what changes are happening. So you will be really angry at the world, and you will have sort of cynicism and or skepticism to some sort, and you will feel emotions of anger and rage. It is also referred to as red pill rage, which is like you burst out like a volcano, and because you never done this work before, you never have processed the emotions that you are processing right now at this stage of all this pandemic that is happening, while you're going through all the self-isolation and social distancing. You will also feel frustrated. You will be frustrated at the smallest things, and the smallest thing will trigger you in a way that will bring out your anger, the rage, the unacceptance of this truth realization. Now a little tip I have for you is, try to use this anger to build yourself up. Try to use this anger to make you a better person. Try a healthy way to express this anger into things that you want to accomplish, or trying to become better at certain things, learn something new, and really get away from this negative emotion and find a way to better process them. You will also feel hopeless, because you will start to find out that things that you thought about in the past that you think were hopeful, now they no longer seem to make any sense. So it is also difficult for your conscious mind to comprehend all these things that happen to you, all the shadow aspects of you that is difficult for you to process. So at this point, we should understand one thing, is we should do one thing, that is to let go of the control. Because when you try to control things in a way, and you find out that a lot of things that you've thought you can control is no longer in your control. The only thing you have in your control is yourself. Also understand that this stage will pass too, and you will feel better emotions after this one. The next thing is really important one, which a lot of people I can see right now is facing, is anxiety and fear. Due to the hopelessness and feeling like you have no control over things will often make you feel anxious and put you into the state of fear, which is the lower vibrational state of consciousness. And in general, in simple words, it means it's just, you know, it's the lowest point ever. The anxiety can get so bad that you can get panic attacks, or you can have shallow breathing and your breath will go really shallow. And at this point you should really start to use mindfulness practices and do breath work and do breathing exercises, and really become aware of your breath and start breathing deeply. And you know, there's a lot of ways to do it. I have shared it in the another video, how you can get rid of anxiety, and there are a few hacks that I've shared there, so you can have a look at the other video too. You will also feel a feeling of depression and isolation. Now we are already going through a lot of self-isolation, which can create depression, and nothing seems to make sense of yourself, and you feel like you are no one, and you start to question life in a deep way, and you ask yourself profound questions. Now you will feel like no one understands what you're going through, and you feel like you are completely alone, and you know, no one resonates with you, no one understands your situation, and it's a tough battle sometimes, and I can understand that. Another thing, as being referring to the last thing, which will make you lose the old identity, you will no longer know who you really are, because you know, all the concepts that you thought about yourself, all the things that you identified yourself with will no longer, you know, make sense, and you will slowly start to dissolve your self identity, which means that you will no longer know who you really are, and what is your purpose of your life, and what it means for you, what is the meaning of your life. It will really make no sense at that point. You will also feel tired of feeling tired. You know, have you ever had a feeling like you are sick of being sick? And this is a time, if you hold on to your ego and if you hold on to resistance, it will make you suffer. Now the key is to let go of it, let go of the resistance, and let these emotions pass through your body and feel them, because the only way to let something go is to feel them, and then, you know, acknowledge for what they are and let them go. So there will be an intense battle between your conscious mind and unconscious mind, which is your ego and the soul aspects of you. You will see yourself separate from others, and you will start to develop a cynical idea that everybody is operating from their own level of self-interest, and it may bring you back to your ego, which is further gonna hurt you. So don't become aware of that, and you know, let it go. Also understand that, you know, what others are going through, what others' perception have been formed, how others perceive reality, in a sense that has made them up. It's all conditioning, you know, and you can't judge others for what they have gone through, and you don't know what they've really gone through in life. And it's really important to operate from a level of compassion and love, and give yourself some self-love as well. You know, you have been going through a lot, and you need to have self-love and non-judgment attitude towards yourself, which will further help you to heal and process all these things that you're going through. You will, at this point, one of the brighter side, or you know, if you don't get it too far, is you will develop a rational mind. You know, you will start to make sense of becoming more logical. You will become more practical, and you will start to develop discernment, and you can easily differentiate between BS and truth, and you will no longer be operating from superficial levels, and you will start to become more authentic and become true to yourself, and find really what truly matters to you. At this point, you will start to realize that, and you will make a lot of changes in your life. You will get rid of toxic friends, you will get rid of things that no longer serve you anymore, and you will let go of law of superficial relationships that you've been holding on to, which were toxic for you, and it will be a period of great transformation. Now understand that suffering and pain has an important part in your spiritual evolution journey, and to know who you really are. So anything that looks negative on the surface will always have a positive aspects to it. Now it's all about perception and your perspective to it. and giving good meaning to things that happen to you, and understanding that they have helped you in some way or form to build build who you really are. You may also completely change your life, and you may start to go and practice some monk mode or becoming MGTOW, like men going their own way, and you will really start soul searching at this point and become aware of yourself and how you have been behaving in old patterns, and how you've been doing the things in a certain way, and now you want to bring a massive change in your life, which will further help you. So this was one of the first edition of the 3 stages of spiritual awakening. Stay tuned for the second stage. I'm working on it, and that will be up here on this channel soon. So I thank you so much for watching, and please let me know in comments if this message or video helped you in some way or form. I would love to hear or help you in your journey and how you are taking things. So much love and peace to everyone, and stay safe, and give yourself a biggest hug in the world, and you deserve love, you deserve abundance, and you deserve everything in the world. Feel free to like this video if you like it, subscribe to the channel for further more insights coming up. Give me some feedback how you guys found this video, and follow me on Instagram. I post a lot more over there. It's my creative outlet for all my writing, all my quotes, and everything else. So thank you so much.